Hello, this is the We Hate Skill Windows podcast slash show, second episode. Today we're going to cover My Daughter is the Final Boss. Hello, my name is Rai, and I am one of the co hosts.
I'm Chris.
Alright, well, let's get into it, shall we? Uh, the structure is going to be a little bit different. So, not so much just linear recapping of the story, but just sort of we're just gonna rant about it for an hour, I guess.
Yes, let's get into it.
All right, what's the first topic you want to talk about? You take
Should
the
we?
first one, I'll take the second one.
Okay. So, I guess my biggest concern when I read this show is, as the title says, it's about like the daughter and the father. And, we see a lot of a lot of what the father does for the child. Like he knows about her condition. He cares for her by like taking care of her needs, like feeding her, like spending time with her sometimes, fixing her mana issues. But I guess sometimes I would say that we don't really see like why he loves her other than, she ruined the world a long time ago, or like, he had all this regret for like not taking care of her properly. Like, it doesn't feel like a genuine relationship based on like, I don't know, a memory they shared together, or an action they did that was positive or evoked some sort of strong emotion out of him. It just seems very obligatory. And it Sola herself, little girl, she just does cute child things, but she also doesn't have like an incredible memory with the father either. Like she's just kind of like cute, polite child's feelings. Like she hasn't developed her own personality yet either. And I guess that's my biggest issue
So
with.
I've got some images for this. I will now proceed to share some images. I think this is also this is here. Let me find the images, and then I will. Uh, the kid we're talking about is quite literally a kid. Here, it's a kid. Whoop. That's a large image. That's a child. There she is. And that's a kid. um, I don't. I didn't. Yeah, I don't quite understand it either. The kid just sort of like does things. Look, she's
Yeah,
happy.
she's just here to be cute. It's kind of
Look, she's
it
sleeping.
it's very cute, but
She's very cute, but what the fuck does she do?
she's just like here. Like,
Like,
so one of the
yeah, the main. So this world has like quest windows. It doesn't have skill windows. What does do they have skill windows? I don't think they do.
I don't know, we
I
haven't
think they
seen
have
one yet.
quest windows. But yeah, like characters get quests, and the quest that this character goes through is called "Prevent Soa's Five Misfortunes." Here's his regression quest window. By the way, I really hated this. Unique quest change to the future. Regression has started. Aha. Uh, but yeah, why is she here? Why is she so fine with it? The mom's just like, hey, here's this guy. He's your dad. She's like, okay. And then the dad's like, well, I should be better than what I was last time. And I think that's it. I guess she.
it
Well,
like
she's OP is the
she's
other
really
thing.
up. Yeah.
Also, here's an image of her when she was like OP. Look at it's OP. This is
Elsa.
a
No,
cool
just kidding.
design.
It is.
Also, after reading through the first chapter again, I was like, does this guy just have like a foot fetish? Or is there so many feet pics?
I think there's a little bit of the foot fetish coming through. I agree.
Why I have to pay so much attention to the feet, man? But yeah, I
It's
don't
kind of
know.
funny seeing the author put their fetishes into their work. It's
Well, they have to, right? Oh yeah, here's a.
yeah.
I grabbed a picture of the old dad, the depressing old father, where his whole thing was, "Hi, I'm her dad. I'm a piece of shit, but I will still protect her for some reason. I'm also like weak as fuck, but I'll
Yeah.
protect her." Yeah. Can we talk about? We talked about like the first part where like his whole thing is just you see him and he's introduced and you're like, okay, so your daughter is the final boss, huh? He's like, yeah. I've been like a piece of shit to her my whole life, but now my parental duties arise and I must be better. And that's like his
Yeah.
whole motivation, even though it doesn't serve any real purpose. Ah
He
man,
he's not a very well-founded,
he's not very redeemable.
terrible. Yeah, like
Even in his second life, he's isn't he just doing what a parent should do? He's not like going above and beyond or
yeah.
anything.
It doesn't. Yeah, this entire thing is about how like amazing, cute, and child, but they don't share many moments. Like he buys her ice cream,
Like
he like takes
once,
care of her. Yeah, like
doesn't
I feel like
do a whole lot.
this parental relationship that is like the entire like namesake of the webtoon is not being expanded upon at all. And even like parental obligation, like that's a necessity, yeah, but like I feel like that being the entire reason for him, like coming back to regression, and suddenly renewing his ba- relationship with the wife and the kid, like it's just so,
It feels convenient.
yeah, and
It's
it's
like how in Worthless Progression, or no, Worthless Regression. I almost forgot the name. The previous one we covered here. In that one, it's like the fuck, Ho Young was it?
yeah, the other girl.
Yeah, the girl. She shows up, but it's like very convenient. Oh, hey, you needed something to be stronger? Oh, be my friend. Yeah, it's like maybe relationships in these sort of power fantasy settings are just sort of geared to be shit. Aren't they
They're
all
not
just
very.
plot points?
They're all just plot points. They're not actually. They don't
It's like
feel
farming
very
karma.
genuine. Yeah, there's no emotional investment at all between the characters. It's all very like, oh, well, here's the reason why they should be like, he saved her life, now they're friends. This is my daughter, of course I'm going to treat her well. Like, there's no like, I don't know, like memory of him like seeing the daughter growing up with her,
There's
having
memories of
like
him
actual.
mistreating the daughter.
Yeah, it seems very opposite of what the relationship should be. Kind of slightly abusive, slightly like him learning his mistakes and like I don't know, acting on them, learning, growing. Instead, we're just like, no, now we're just seeing generic power fantasy, but with the child's prop. Uh,
Yeah, I'm trying to find some panels I can pull from, but yeah, it's really just called. Oh yeah, here's the mom, so we can see the mom.
See,
Here's
the
mom.
mom has shown like panels of her like raising the kid, like trying to take care of her, like trying to like keep the daughter away from the abusive father, and like so she like has like legitimate emotional attachment to the child. and it's just
Wait,
we
has
don't.
she shown?
Oh, like a couple panels. It was enough for me to be convinced.
Uh,
And like she actually has like concern for Sola outside of like the times where she's in danger. Like she's like, "Oh, I hope Sola's like doing well. I hope she's happy." Whereas the only time we've ever really seen the main character show concern for Sola is when she's like actually in danger. Like when she's dying from her mana, when she's about to be kidnapped by the tower. Like we don't see him like sparing a single thought of her outside of those times. Like there's so little.
yeah, does he even think about her when he fights?
I don't. He doesn't have to. It's just like I just wish there was like I don't know some actual like concern or thought he would spare for her, or like just normal dad things like she needs friends. I don't know.
She
Maybe
doesn't need
maybe she wants to
friends.
pursue her dreams. Maybe
No
maybe she
dreams
just wants to have
allowed.
a. I just wish she would show any concern for this child. Uh,
I was looking for any like battle scenes. Instead, I found this. It's very cute.
yeah,
That's about it.
yeah.
If you wanna read a 21 chapter thing where the daughter's really cute, go read this, and then go read something else for plot. Uh, the plot is pretty generic. Yeah, the main character is a hunter, or whatever. He's awakened. I think they're called hunters,
Yeah.
and there's dungeons and monsters, and the mom uses a bow, and the dad uses a spear. There's been a real resurgence of people using spears. Worthless Regression's main character also used a spear.
Oh
I
yeah.
think it's like people have realized there's too many power fantasy regressors that use swords. So they're like, oh, what's the next cool weapon? A spear.
Fear. I hate that about Power Fantasy. So they're not like we can't have a different plot. No, 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 no. Instead,
No,
it's the
let's
same plot,
take, yeah,
same
let's
everything.
one unique factor. This one, you've got a daughter.
Yeah.
You've got a daughter. She's cute. And that's it.
Use a spear. Oh, oh my God. It's so tragic. I I think there's a lot of issues right now with the Power Fantasies being a little bit too similar too, and it's definitely soured my expectations whenever I'm reading these.
Yeah, let me try to find something. There was this like bit where they were like at the mall and the dad has to like fight, but he's like he I okay, this is a generic hatred of these, but why does no one ever question the main character when they know too much? Or
Oh, does it
when
feel
they
like
know
it's
too
like
much, why do the other characters they're like, "Wait, how do you know so much?" And the main character's like, "Ah, well, I can't explain it to you right now, but I'll explain it after it's done." And then they after it's done, they don't explain it. And why does every other character just accept that they know so much? This was during the mall fight where he's talking about the slime. He's like, "Ah, slimes are resist or weak to fire. Do this and do that." But like in the story, right? They're like what are they called? Like examinees, right? They're not even like full hunters yet. So
yeah.
how the fuck would he have known this? I guess he could have read a bunch of books, but it seemed like this was a lot more experience based.
Yeah. Oh frick, the realism is just yeah.
Realism isn't great. Yeah, also he uses a spear, but he doesn't really do a whole lot else. It's
Yeah, we
just
don't
like, yeah, I'm trying to think of
we don't
anything else that really happens. I guess they're just generic NPC like generic classes in an MMO, I guess. It's a lot of like what like sword chi or something. What is the system in this world? Mana, I believe.
I think mages use mana. Sword people use like yeah, like
Yeah, doesn't it use chi? Internal
I think
energy
you're
or
right.
something? It might
Something,
be the
something.
translation as well, though. Not sure. I mean, I guess the slime design was cool.
Slime design was pretty cool. I think that was a interesting enemy.
I don't know how I can find a picture of it.
It's, I think it's
Trying to
chapter.
find which chapter it was. Oh
It's
yeah,
either
there's
7 or 8.
there's that like yeah, there's that generic character that's always present that like I'm a celebrity, but I'm also a hunter and I'm also a piece of shit. There's that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot his name. It's fine. He doesn't need a name. All you have to know is he's a piece of shit and he's a hunter. And he thinks he's hot shit, but he's actually really shit. Hot shit, still shit. What's the
I want to know what people are like.
here?
What's like the redeeming quality of the power fantasy? Like when we're reading these, what are we looking for?
Let me pull up this image. I found the slime. Yeah, look at this. This cool
That
thing.
was cool.
I've never seen this be called a slime before. I
It's like it's got like a human face, skull thing,
like
got
a
all those
dinosaur
spikes.
neck. And
Yeah,
it's also like still a slime. I mean, obviously you see slimes that have like human remains inside. You don't see slimes that have dinosaur human remains inside. It's
and this
pretty
one's like
cool.
not just a blob. It's like a.
So
It's got
yeah,
all sorts of nonsense going on. It has structure.
it does have structure. It's weird. Here's another better picture maybe. Here's it like attacking.
I'm.
Look at it. Look at that. It's cool. It's got like shoulder blades. it's, it's got a whole fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like the remains are in the slime. It's like the slime just has bones.
Right?
Like
Yeah. It's like.
instead of general RPG fantasy slimes where it's like, oh, this slime ate a person. Uh, but like the slime isn't the person. But this one has a human head and like a monster's body. And I guess the slime is just this like outer covering.
Yeah.
Gotta give them props on that. They didn't use like generic fucking characters and designs.
Came up with a very original thing. And it's kind of terrifying. When I first saw it, I was like, ooh,
Yeah, it
that's.
anything that has like a full human skeleton but also doesn't act like a human, those things are scary. There's a reason why
Honestly.
like Envy from Full Metal Alchemist was so bizarre looking.
Ew.
Envy also had like six heads or something. You know, I'm just
Things
gonna
is
find more
creepy.
pictures of the slime. Ooh, should have done this podcast at a different time. You can hear the train loud and clear.
Eh,
Goddamn. It'll add flair, I guess. Here's the slime part 3. Look at that. Look at that cool
yeah.
thing. It's got like the full human anatomy. Well, it's got a long neck. That's what it has. It's got a whole rib cage in there. Look at that thing. Beautiful, delightful. Yeah, I guess there's not a whole lot of meat and bones to talk about for this one because it's just a generic nothing. You want to read something where the main character fights things in a dungeon and slowly gets stronger?
I don't even know if the main character gets that much stronger. It's more like the daughter. You slowly realize how powerful the
Wait,
daughter.
but the daughter says she's always powerful. She like
That's true.
the main character started at like a 2 out of 1 out of like 10. And the daughter starts out at a 9 and she stays at a 9. The mom starts at like a 1 and ends up at like a 3.
Yeah.
The main character starts at a 2 and ends up at like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not really a power fantasy. Huh? The
Yeah,
daughter's the power fantasy.
the daughter's the power
But the daughter,
fantasy.
she didn't even go back in time. She just showed up. It's so bad.
You see some of the cool power fantasy elements, like, oh, he remembered that one time with the lady, and she gave him good thing, and yeah,
She gave him good thing, and yeah.
yeah,
Oh, was it that like
the
celebrity
rich
lady?
one, and
Yeah.
yeah, so like he did a thing for
Oh,
her,
hey, you
and
want a
then
cool power suit or whatever?
she gave me the really cool power suit. It was like, oh look, now I've got really good armor, and he remembered the blacksmith, and like he got the really good weapon. It's all woo.
That's
It
just
has
all
like
it is.
those power fantasy moments. Sometimes I just wish there was some amount of uniqueness in either like the actual story, the setting. Oh, we talked about this earlier, but like
It's in Korea.
the Korea, the politics, how like
Is there many politics in this one? I don't remember politics in this one.
you're right. Probably not that. Yeah. This one doesn't have politics. Yeah. I'm almost certain eventually some Japanese. Oh wait, there's yeah, no politics yet.
Not yet. When the MC gets too strong and they need to showcase his power on the global stage, that's when.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, the kid's so cute.
The kid's very cute. That's like the only thing about it.
The redeemable quality of
God damn.
this.
There's like not a whole lot to talk about this time. Worthless Regression was at least sort of unique. God damn it.
Yeah, it had some really good panels, like some insanely good panels.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the first thing like this MC says to the mom after meeting them for like after not seeing them for so many years is, "Hey, you want to get married?" And this is like for some reason a valid thing.
Yeah.
Which the only reaction panel I could find from this is this. That's a good one. That's pretty good. I'll take that. This was the mom's reaction after Let's Get Married. It's like, the fuck? Fair. But also, like this character, the mom, she she like talks about the main character, but in her like thoughts about him, and it's like, oh yeah, this main character is like a piece of shit. He was like a kid, a man child, and like really not fit to be a dad. And then
Oh,
she's like,
I don't.
how did he change so much?
Yeah, his only response is, "Oh, people change."
Yeah, people change over time. I just don't understand.
the
Surely she would have
entire
noticed that he's become a whole different person now.
yeah, and I feel like it skipped out on a lot of potential for character growth and like like emotional investment. Like it said they totally skipped all of that. He's just a good person now.
Was he
Uh,
ever a bad person? He was.
Apparently
Wait,
in the
but
past.
how did he become such a good? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. They just totally skipped out on entire like
It's like he
important
changed
character growth.
overnight.
Yeah,
It just
it's
what?
that would have been interesting to see. That would have been emotionally investing to see. Instead, we get cute child slideshow, the webtoon.
I'm trying to find. Ah, he's just being a dad. That's like that's it, I guess.
Yeah, he's got, he
Uh,
has these moments where like he showcases how cool he is with his knowledge.
that's like very rare. He doesn't do it much.
Well, he does it like every time he has to fight, like for the hunter exam, for the first like trial, when they were in the mall. I don't know.
I guess.
I feel like it has those power fantasy moments like a lot. I don't know.
I okay. My main complaint about this one, which I thought honestly last week when I recommended it, I was like, oh, what a cool one. This one's gonna be great. Uh, the main character, it feels like it just feels like he he went back in time, right? And it's like, oh, you get to start things fresh again. And then his quest is to prevent her five misfortunes.
Yeah.
And so that's his motivation for being a better person. At least it seems. Uh,
Yeah.
he's like, oh shit, I have to be better. I have to be better
Save the world.
in order to say, yeah. So that's why he's better.
And it just doesn't make any sense. There's no like actual like revelations or changes he made to his personality. He didn't learn how to be a better person anyway. He just is. There was nothing. The
I
entire
guess he's
show
just a better
actually.
person. What about
I
the
think the entire show he just doesn't show like much of his personality
he
or
doesn't
much
have
of
one.
his
You
he
know, as
doesn't
much
have
as I hate
one.
it when you were talking about it before, he really doesn't have one. His whole
He doesn't
he doesn't have a backstory. You're right. He doesn't have a
he
backstory. He
does
doesn't have motivations. He doesn't have goals. Well, no, his only goal is to prevent her misfortunes, but he doesn't know what the fuck they are.
yeah, and those aren't really like his goal. That's like the world quest that was thrust upon him.
Well,
Like
I think he wants to be better.
yeah, like in general, we
I
know
do
he
think he
wants to
wants
be
to
a
be
better
better.
per,
I
but
think
like
he
he already is
acknowledges that he's
better.
a
Like
piece of shit, but he
yeah,
got better by just the writing
being better
made him better.
magically one day. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. We shortcutted a lot of the main characters' goals. I think the kid also doesn't seem to have many
Well,
thoughts,
the
feelings.
kid's a kid.
The kid is a kid,
Kids don't have many thoughts. They just sort of
The
live
mom
around and cry.
kind of does, but like the mom's not the main character.
Does she have she
Yeah,
she
she's got like actual life aspirations. Like
does she?
she actually wants to take care of the kid
Well,
because
she wanted to be a hunter to make money, right? And
yeah,
then dad's like, "Hey, become a archer because you suck at using the sword." And the only reason he knows that is because in his past life, she died after being forced to use a sword.
yeah,
So that's cool. It's helpful. Uh, main character's dad at some point is like, "Hey, seduce my son better." That was a weird part.
That was funny.
That was funny.
Ish. Uh, it was the relatively to the rest of the comic. That was
It
a
was
better moment.
a more lighthearted moment, yeah. I guess maybe this episode is just shorter. Don't really have much to complain about here. Worthless regression felt like we had more substance. How- Just so generic. I would even like try to go over the plot, but really it's just it's
It's
just a lot
just
of
your
cute
generic
daughter art.
hunter power fantasy. Yeah, like they go on a couple dungeons, they do examination. Everyone's impressed by how
They do the exam.
smart this
The
person
mom does
is.
pretty well. The dad does like
Exceptionally
weirdly
well.
exceptionally well, even though he just all he does is, oh, I know how to break the golem. What?
Like there's I get that power fantasy feeling like, oh yeah, yeah, I had hidden knowledge. Like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like watching the like what was it, the Genin exams? Naruto? Or was it the Chunin exams? Where everyone's cheating, but Naruto's too dumb to cheat.
Oh, that was really funny. Um,
It just fucking fails. Uh
oh,
there is a part later on um where the main character does like two dungeons. One of them for the examination, and he like is partnered with this guy who like punches real good, and then some other cannon fodder character. And the whole way through, it's like, oh, this guy, I knew him in my past life, and he was sort of like disregarded because he only fought with his fists. If I become his best friend, he'll be helpful later on. And that's what he does. He is very friendly to that guy for no real reason. And oh yeah, they find a secret dungeon. I feel like every main character has the power to just create dungeon anomalies. Oh yeah, also in the like the what was it, like the 20th chapter, we see like that green lady.
oh yeah, yeah. Hints
21st
of the
chapter.
greater plot.
Yeah, there's some like green lady with green magic, and she's like, "You can't forget who you are." Uh, what is even? I guess we haven't
Yeah.
gotten to the plot yet.
I mean, we know the
21
general
chapters
plot.
in, we still don't quite know what the fuck's happening.
Well, actually, I feel like we do know the plot. Like he's preventing the five misfortunes, and like the first one has kind of appeared.
Sort of, it's some guy.
It's some guy who
It's
wants to
some
take
guy who wants to
the
take her away,
freaking
like
yeah, the child
lock her
wants to
up.
capture, do magic experiments, whatever the heck.
Yeah, but there's no way that's the last time we see him.
Yeah, he's definitely
No
coming back.
way. Ah, damn.
I guess my biggest concern with this webtoon is it doesn't have just anything too outstanding about it, I guess. There was nothing in here that made it really memorable. Like the child was cute, but
The child's
there are a
cute.
lot of webtoons with cute mascots, like
Name one.
oh, Dungeon Reset the Rabbit.
Don't remember what they look like.
This looks like a rabbit, like a cartoon rabbit. It was pretty cute.
Oh yeah, then it's a rabbit. Wasn't the rabbit more like pissed off every time than happy?
That's what made it cuter. It had like all these different
Really?
expressions. It was
You're the
amazing. It
type of
had
person
so
who
much
actually likes
personality.
Monokuma, aren't you?
Monokuma is cute.
uh, Maybe we should cover Dungeon Reset. I've completely forgotten about that one. Have you ever wanted to read like Minecraft, but the main character is just playing Minecraft? Yeah, me neither, really.
Um, yeah, I've got not much to say about Daughters. We should give it a score.
We should give it a score. Do you actually? I it's just so nothing. I've
Yeah,
reread everything just in this 30 minutes trying to find something
talk
and
about
anything.
Sam.
It's just shit. It
It's
the fuck? The
yeah,
art's pretty decent.
the
The
art's
art's
decent. I
not
agree.
bad. There's
I
worse out there.
I'll give it 3 points for the art.
Out of 10?
Town, yeah.
Really? At least give it a 5.
Uh,
I the characters aren't very expressive either. There's a lot of like blank
yeah, like just like
faces.
generic happy faces. The shocked face is like just shocked face.
Here, let me find a face. This is also the what's her name? Imnam or something? Iman Pokimane?
Pokemon.
Here, this is a face. Look, it's a face.
Yeah.
Congrats. She's saying something. Like, cool. Oh yeah, here's the dad. Look at this beautiful fuck. He's so generic. He's so generic. Uh I you know, I we rated Worthless Regression pretty badly, I think. Wasn't it like a
Yeah, we
4.5?
did. That was a 4.5.
This one has to be worse.
This is a 3. I
Is it even a 3? So the
oh, we
art.
have
I I'll type out a agenda for this. This was the score from last time. We'll say here I'll do some qualifiers.
characters.
Yeah, sure. Let's do this for a scale. Uh,
Okay.
first is art. What's your score?
I'd give it like a 7 or 8.
Wait, wasn't it gonna be a 3
Oh, for the art
for
out
the
of
art?
10?
Yes,
Oh, just the art.
just the
Oh,
art.
yeah, 7 or 8, yeah.
Oh, damn! I thought it was gonna be a 3.
Oh no,
Uh,
I meant like I would give the
oh,
entire
in
anime
general.
or webtoon a 3 out of 10, and the 3 points were just because of the art.
Oh, I see. I would say the art's like a 5. It it's
What? It, I feel
okay.
like
I'll
it's so
give it a 6 for
professional.
the kid.
It doesn't have
The
like,
kid's cute, but like I don't. Okay, so, I I don't think this one. I'm gonna just average it out. I'll just do a 6.5 because I gave a 6 and you gave 7. But like, okay, so the kid's cute. That's cool. The main character, his theme isn't great. He's just a spearman. That's
he
like
just
all
has
he
a
does.
spear, yeah.
This thing, like the daughter in the future, she's cool. But you don't
He
see
is
this art
cool.
style. You don't see
Yeah,
the detail anymore. Besides the slime, everyone's just, oh, you're wearing common clothing. Oh, the mom, she uses a generic fucking bow with nothing. It's like, it, it could be better. I don't know. There's also no good character designs. Well, there's no impressive character designs.
there are no unique ones.
Usually in like
There,
a anime or manga or a webcomic, you would see people trying to make their characters look cool. Now, I'm not saying this is something that happens too much. Like for example, Worthless Regression, I don't think had a great character either.
in the
Uh,
beginning, it showed a lot of promise. Like
did
that
he
first
have?
scene with like the tongue sticking out, spitting out the goblin poisoning.
Oh yeah, that was the only
That
good
was a
part about him.
look.
You know,
Oh,
even this is cool. This is what I classify as cool, right? Like He looks like someone who could fuck your day up. Our current
Honestly, yeah.
MC does not look like anyone who would be remotely anything. Currently,
Yeah, he's just
MC is just a
a
guy.
normal person
Look at him. He's just
who happens to
a
be the
guy.
father of the strongest person ever.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Alright, let's do plot.
it's like a 3, 2.
I'm gonna give this a 2 because I have a strange feeling there's gonna be worse coming.
Okay, I shouldn't say. Okay, it shouldn't be like. Okay, maybe it's like a 4. It doesn't have. It has a plot that makes sense and that you can follow it and it
Okay,
flows
yeah,
okay.
okay,
It's just
hold
not very
on. I
interesting.
guess the guideline would be if this was the first webcomic we read, what would we give it or something?
Okay, yeah, it's like a
And if that
5.
was the
I don't know.
case, I would give it a 4.
Yeah,
It's
it's
still
like
incredibly generic.
it doesn't have any mistakes in it, but it's not very interesting.
It it's like it's like if you go to a library and go to the young adult section or the like high school slash college section. This would probably wouldn't be in college actually. Well, maybe it would.
This is like middle school, high school, yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, I'm looking for like, I don't know, something. I don't remember what I read back then. But you're looking for something that's pretty popular, something that's like pretty well known. Instead, you find like a 7 volume book series, but you've never heard of it. And you look it up and you're like, wait, what the fuck is this? It's like a clone of a clone of a generic of a something. And you're
Right?
like, oh, so like this is like that one series, like the Seven Compass or whatever, if you remember that thing. What was it? Like a girl and a bear, something like that.
Oh, the seventh tower? I don't
No, it
know.
was something about a compass. I don't remember what I'm talking about, but like it's like that, except like, oh wait, why is there a dragon? Oh, so this is like Aragon, but like worse. Why? Who authorized this? Why is this popular? But it's popular. Why is it? And at some point you just sort of like, wait, so you took this well-selling formula and you added more angst and that has somehow made it better. Maybe one day I'll complain about Shadowhunters. This is not the day. Did you ever read Shadowhunters
No,
or see the show? They made a show.
no.
It's like incredibly boring vampire and werewolf action. It's
Oof.
like Twilight, but like shit. And how is Twilight good? I don't know because I haven't read Twilight, but I've seen enough about Twilight to assume that it's not that great. This is like, oh, we've got vampires, we've got werewolves, and main character is like, I think she has love interest ties to both of them. Yeah, the author for that also I think started out by writing Harry Potter fan fiction.
Funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just generic. Yeah, I'll give it a middle of the road 5. Won't be too mean. What are you giving it?
I'll give it a 5 too.
Wonderful. It's a 5 out of 10. Alright, on to the characters. We
Two.
love
Oh my god. These
these
characters are
people.
so bad.
We love them. They're
You
so
know,
unique and well developed. Who the fuck are they again?
I like some of their tropes. I like, this the sweet small child that acts
The
cute all the
kid
time.
is the best thing, and
Yeah.
she's still sort of plot devicey.
They've got
She's
the yeah,
she's just there. She's there because she's OP in the
just
future.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's also there because she's cute. I was talking about this with Chris before this recording, but I, I'm starting to feel like there's like it's like the cute child effect. I guess like maybe Kana from Dragon Maid was actually the better example, because that did come out before Spike's family. but like uh Anya, Anya from Spy X Family, or Kana from Dragon Maid. They're just cute mascot girls. Very funny. But they're all just sort of like, but they're there because they they have story relevance. Actually, does Kana have story relevance?
Oh, kind of
Isn't Kana
doesn't.
just there to be a mascot?
She's got a side story with this other girl, and they're like
Like some classmate?
lesbian girlfriends.
Yeah, except they're in like elementary and it's a little weird.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Yeah, yeah. We'll look at the
Besides
internet.
that, yeah,
Yeah, I guess Kana doesn't have a significance. Anya, I mean, she's
Anya
here.
does.
She's got
She's
a
got her own
school arc.
story with like Damien,
Yeah.
and she's some cute story moments with the mom and the dad.
Yeah, but I guess she's also sort of comedic relief. This girl isn't even comedic relief. She's just there to be
She's
coddled,
just a
and the
mascot.
main character's like, no one dare hurt my daughter, otherwise I fail my quest. It's I'll give the characters a 2 out of pity.
Yeah,
Same.
the Fist King is likable but
He's
generic.
still generic. There's always
Yeah,
going to be one. There's always one character in every anything where it's like, oh,
the
so everyone
himbo.
uses swords here. Well, I use my fists, and because of that, I'm cool. Or they're like shat on because they use their fists, and everyone's like, haha, idiot, use your sword, and it's like, well, I don't need a sword. Uh,
I
there's
agree
also the
too.
one girl we could talk about. It's the granddaughter of the Sword Saint. You got any
Yeah,
thoughts on her? She's a generic swordswoman. What
she's
can we
just a
say?
fangirl. Oh yeah, she's a generic,
She just really
powerful
likes the daughter.
swordswoman.
Everyone
Yeah,
really likes the daughter.
everyone really likes the daughter. You're right.
And
And
there's like
she's
not a whole lot to her. Her
uh,
grandfather's OP, I guess.
it's part of the main character's power fantasy collection. You got to collect all the people you knew will become really powerful in the future.
Yeah,
uh,
I guess so. I'll just give that a 2. Oh, nope, that's a 0. 2, please. Thank you. Well, what's the final score?
13.5 out of 30.
What is.
Oh, Frank, that's a 4.5.
Really?
Or, oh no, it's 0.45 times 10. Oh, no, that's a 4.5. What am I saying? Uh,
All right. Well, we've learned something. We really like 4.5. Shit. Well,
oh,
well, fuck. That's that, I guess. I came in here thinking I had a lot more to talk about for this one. I was like, because this one's really fresh. That is the only thing it has going for it. Is that a lot of the other ones that we're probably gonna cover are gonna be like older. Well, older based on the last like year.
year or 2 year,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like
This
this
one
one
just came out.
came out like last week. Like straight up came
Yeah,
out last week. It was posted on April 14th. Like it's super new. But god damn it. It's just so mediocre. But why?
so it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's what it is.
Gotta keep on pumping out the power fantasies. Maybe one day they'll be liked. All of their art, I'm like always decently impressed by. Like,
There are some with insanely good art.
so yeah, like my perception of art has gone up because of these power fantasies. Uh, holy cow.
Hold on, let me check on this one. I think these two will be my selections for next time, but I don't remember why. Oh yeah, it's these. Yeah, we'll go with these. These may or may not have skill windows, but that doesn't quite matter. Here, let me switch the images out. Uh, So I think you've read both of these. I would be confused if you didn't. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure you've read both of these. So this will be interesting because we'll just need to like skim it. Uh, but let's get both of these here, and then we'll uh we'll look through them and be like, ah, yes, we're doing this one.
I'm
Here,
excited. I'm
get them back
excited.
on the screen. Trying to make them the same size, but without like having a size reference on the screen. It's a little hard. Uh, okay, so get rid of this thing. All right, here we are.
I have not read either of these. What the heck?
Really? Wait, really?
No.
Reincarnation of the Suicidal Battle God's like number 1 on that site.
The thing is, I don't like reading power fantasies, so I don't.
Oh, well, you got two to choose from.
Okay, let's do Reincarnation of the Suicidal Valgon if it's number one. Yeah, let's do this.
Surely it'll be good, right? Alright, we're choosing that one. It's this one now. We'll go through this one next time and see if it deserves to be number 1. It's rated 9.9 out of 10.
Hey,
It, surely it's doing something great, yeah?
how much is my daughter's final boss rated right now?
Let me see. Oh, it's not on the top 10.
So
uh
9.7. Whoa.
Ooh. Wow.
My expectations are falling. Um, all right.
What the fuck is this one? There's another one that I see now that has a 9.3 and it's called The Lord's Coins Aren't Decreasing question mark exclamation mark. He's
Oh,
a stock trader?
that's
58 chapters of stock trading? Hell yeah, I'll read that. Why not? I guess. Goddamn. Well, that's about it for now, I guess. Thanks for watching this sort of nothing episode. I feel bad. There was like nothing to talk about.
yeah.
I
There
thought
weren't
there
many
was
chapters,
more.
so
Yeah,
there
there was
wasn't
only
much.
21. But isn't Worthless Regression only 23 chapters?
I think so, yeah.
I guess it just had more shit in it. This one was awfully generic. Worthless Regression at least had like a cool thing where
It had
the
really
mountain
funny
was cool.
panels.
The mountain was cool. The the characters were like interesting enough.
Yeah.
It's hard because this one literally only had 3 characters: mom, dad, daughter, and then Fist Guy and Sword Girl. That was like it. There was like no one else. The celebrity hunter does not count. He's a side character.
Yeah.
We haven't really gotten anything that explains anything. Literally in the 21st chapter, the most recent one, the green lady shows up and she's like, "Don't forget who you are. Also, I'm gonna modify your reward for the dungeon for some reason. Don't know why. He got a ring.
You got a ring,
He
yeah.
got a ring.
I think it was supposed to be something really OP, and then it turned into like just a normal ring, and he was like, "Huh?" Or
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Well, wait, yeah, and then he just gave it to the celebrity,
Yeah.
which doesn't make sense. Why? Like,
Why?
there's no way that's just a ring, right? It
It
has
has
to
to
be
be. It has
something.
to be special.
It has to lead into plot significance sometime later.
If
Well,
the gun rule, if it's shown in more than 3 panels, it's
oh
important.
yeah. What was that? Chekhov's gun?
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's mentioned more than 3 times,
Yeah. It
it's
has to
important
be
to the plot.
something. Well, this one should be good. Full disclosure, I have read this one. I personally like it, but I also like a lot of trash. I'm a big fan of trash. I will read anything that has a decent amount of chapters and just keep reading it because it's something to do. But I do like this one because I mean, I feel like this. Well, you'll see. I feel like he's unique, but he might not feel so unique if I read it again.
Hmm.
It's you'll start reading it and you'll probably be like, wait, this is just the same thing as everything else. Where's the difference? Where's the change? And there will be none. But
Oh,
yeah,
the
I guess
art
that's
is
it.
this.
Well,
Never mind, never mind, never mind. That's it.
that's it. Wait, what were you gonna say though?
I was just, I checked out the very first panel. It's like, oh,
Ah,
it's interesting art.
it has good art. Right. Well, we'll see you next week.
See
Goodbye.
you.